Hello, today I'm going to talk about the cosmetic universal law system and the important aspect of it. So we all pretty much are governed by energy law. So as energy, everything goes in circular motions. Nothing is in a straight line that goes in one direction forever. Everything in this universe goes by circular motion, and everything is pretty much roundish. Is circular roundish is pretty much the base of the shape of this universe. If you look at the universe, look at the stars, you look at the sun, the moon, the planets, all are circular and they move in circular ways. Nothing just go in one direction forever. It might look like it is going one direction forever, but if you look at put in an even larger scale, you can actually see something is actually going circular, not in straight lines. So therefore, our energy, our actions that we put out also go in circular motions. And therefore, if we pull out more positive energy, then with more positive energy will come back. We put out more negative energy, and more negative energy pull back. Or maybe depending on your current situation, your current lifestyle, whatever you pull out will come back. This universe favor nobody. Okay, it does not favor any religion. Some religion might think that their side is correct and therefore everything just favors them. It doesn't work that way. Okay, some religion will think that do whatever it takes for their religious gain over other religions. And therefore, as long as they advance their religion, everything is okay. This is not the case. Whatever you put out, it comes back to you. So if you put out energy that advances your religion, let's say you getting more, able to convert more people using forceful manner, then that type of energy will eventually come back to you in a direct or indirect way. Or you might see a political situation where some people think that only their side of politics should be favored, and they keep doing stuff that favor their side of politics without considering anybody else. And wonder why years later something bad to them happens. I can go on and on and on. So basically, everything goes circular motion. Whatever you pull out comes back in direct or indirect way. This universe favor nothing. Okay, not a higher being. It does not favor higher being. It does not favor lower being. It does not favor anything. It just works the way it is. The reason for that is it allows everything to govern itself. This universe favor self-govern. It does not favor something else controlling something else. It does not favor controlling over other things. It favors self-governing, individualism. So nothing, because if you allow one thing to control another, that's automatically favoring one thing over another. So it cannot favor. Therefore, one thing cannot control other. Therefore, everything has to be self-governed. But you have to be self-governed in a way that there will be consequences if something is done to other things. So that's why everything moves in circular. It allows that circular self-govern to be achieved. So we don't need anything controlling over one thing, and everything can slowly evolve in a way that it'll slowly adapt to how the universe function, and helps the universe grow. So the universe can cancel out all the cancer looking action beings that do selfish things that only favor them, and this doesn't care about anything else, any other things. that it thinks is separated from other things, and you can just do the thing that it favor them, and thus totally disadvantage other things. And if they can think they can get away with it, then this is not the case. It just come back in circular. It might not come back in this moment that you come. It might take a long time to come back, but it still will come back. Because this is how energy works. It works in a circular motion. It doesn't work any other way. And I'm going to give you an example for that today. A really good example, and that's the example of Atlantis, the fall of Atlantis, the fall of Atlantis. Okay, as we know that Atlantis exists many years ago, and it fell. Okay, now I'm gonna put very important information here for you, for anybody who's watching this video, and that is the during Atlantis time, this so-called priest group or holy man or prophet or whatever you like to call them, basically they learn in advanced information from the ET, because the ET was trying to help Earth, try to create a more harmonious place, a more balanced place, and some of them are able to get communication with the ET, so the ET was passing information to them, and these people, this group of people, used the information over time, not to help their fellow society, but they used it for self-gain, like calling themselves kings, because they've got more knowledge, and they consider holy people and control other people, basically. And in the end, let us fail at all knowledge, at all above third dynasty ability is lost, because they use it in the unbalanced. They only favor themselves, so therefore is unbalancing the nature of things, and the nature of things have to balance itself back. And the only way to balance it back, if the only way to balance it back is to take away their ability, then that will happen. It might take a long time, but it will. And we see in Atlantis the failed Atlantis from the Gaia.com, where this person here talks about the failed Atlantis story. We can see that Atlantis fell when misuse of ability is continuously happening, and the universe have to balance itself, and pretty much Atlantis have to pay the price of it. And so therefore the universe want to give us all the ability. I mean, people want super ability, but the universe actually want to give it to you, but you also have at the same time have to have the responsibility to balance it off. Most people will only want abilities. Okay, most people only want that. They only want more of that. Just like they want more money, or they want more control over society, power. They call this. They want more that, but there's only this side. Also this side, and actually this side is actually more important than this here. Because if you actually take more of this, then the universe will give you more of this. So the more of this, more harmony you line toward the universe, the more of this you will gain. The more higher you get more of this, the more of this you will gain. And it works. It goes this way. It goes to they look at you. The universe feel you, that you are more harmony. The more harmony, then you give you more ability. The more harmony, then the more harmony you get, the more ability. It goes cycle like this. Yeah, everything goes in cycles. Yeah, and if you abuse an ability, then you are less harmony to the universe. If you less harmony to the universe, then therefore the less ability you will get. Then less harmony, then less ability, then less harmony, then less ability. That's how it works. Okay. So our way of aligning the universe is be more harmony, how to be more friendly to other species, not abuse your ability just because you think you are not in consequences, because consequences won't come back to you. Just because you think that doesn't mean it is that. So, for example, if you are maybe you are a higher management in the company, and you can get away with many things. You can even talk badly to your other co-workers, and probably nothing will happen to you because you are such high up on your company. Then therefore you start doing that. You start doing being very abusive and being very emotionally abusive, and you get away with it because you are somehow at the top. Well, that you think, oh, nothing could happen with me because I'm in so much control. But that's the problem. And in this universe, it does not allow that. So therefore, the more you do that, the more less ability you will get. This is why that so much of the high up people who are not very positive, they tend to want to seek ability a lot, but they never it's very hard for them to get it because the universe feel that you are not aligning. They just give you less. So the universe want to give you ability and doesn't have to babysit you. Okay, it does not want to babysit you all day to try to control you. The universe doesn't want to control you. Controlling is a low vibration frequency. It's a low vibration act. Any kind of high being do not want to control you. They do not use fear. Fear is not a low vibration frequency. They do not use that. They do not use conflict. They don't use threat to control you. They want the lower energy being to realize themselves, so they can upgrade and become independent in the universe themselves and able to look after themselves without being babysitted 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and being asked to pray to them and ask for favor. That's what a lot of time people does. High energy being wants low energy being upgrade to their level, so they can live harmony with them. It does not want to control you. Controlling you is not part of it. Okay, so the upgrading, the self-upgraded internal upgrading is pretty much the most important thing. The most important thing is not how others act, controlling, criticizing how others act, how others should be. Is what the universe really want is you able to control yourself, to able to be what you said you be, and not just say you be, not in words but in actions. In a lot of ways, this other energy being doesn't talk using verbal communication like us. Sound verbal communication, they use symbol, they use vibration, and they use energy communications. Verbal communication is actually very low frequency and energy way of doing things, but this is all we got in planet Earth. So at the same time, the more information, the higher level you upgrade, the more information you will get from the universe, and your perspective of things will change. So therefore your internal truth will also change, your value will change, your personality will change, and your action will also change. That all depend on your able to get access to information. Correct? So upgrading ourselves becomes the primary goal. In religion problem, the problem with religion is they put everything external. They put everything in an external way, not internal way. Remember, one person is external to another person. So if we just keep pointing fingers and try to change other, you will never change anything. The only thing we can change is ourselves, and we can change ourselves, then we are changing for this whole universe, and we get benefit, and this universe get benefit. That's how it works. It's a win-win situation, not one win and one loss. This universe count by win-win situation. They want a win-win situation, not a someone win and someone lose situation. Okay, so the soul needs to achieve the balance of self-realization without help from a higher frequency being as much as possible. So therefore, you need to self-help as much as possible and not relying on any higher up beings. Because probably relying on higher beings, what they will start to get into is that you become too independent on them, and they don't want that. They become more like a control over things. You become more like a parent and a child thing, where what this universe really wants is for you to be mature, not be a child, not be a spiritual child, but be a mature spiritual being. And a mature spiritual being doesn't always ask for help, doesn't always constantly ask for permission, help, or commands, or want to be controlled by other things. That's not how what this universe is about. Low frequency, dark energy things like to control things. That's what they like to do. That's why they're so low. They're low because they want to control things. High energy thing doesn't need to control. Control fear, using fear, threats is a low vibration things, and they don't. High energy thing doesn't do, because it's silly for them to do. It doesn't work. So I hope that this summarizes what this picture is all about, and have a good day. Thank you very much.